Hello, it's day 2 of my camera challenge, and this one's going to be a mundane thing about a book, an article, or such. And I'm just kind of discussing it a little bit here so I can talk to this camera. So, the book I've been reading lately, it's kind of an odd one. It's What to Say. Um, let's try it again. What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Horkham or something like that. I forget the last name. It's a book about our negative self-talk and how our society, or at least this is how he's pointing out, and I totally agree with it. We get so much negative reinforcement and negative influence in our lives. We're told more over 100,000 times before we hit 18. So you can imagine what kind of impact that has when you're only being told yes or good or something positive or affirming, let's say a few thousand times. And, this is going to have an impact. Our brains get wired certain ways. It's there's pathways in there, and they get very habituated to that negative reinforcement, and it expresses itself in our self-talk. I don't think of myself talking to myself, not like I'm doing now, talking to a camera, but we do talk to ourselves in feelings at the lowest level. And some of us actually come up with a full-fledged thought that is in our language. And I do suffer from the feeling thing. Um, I'm a blind person doing something really unusual. I am trying to work in a visual medium for YouTube. I have several reasons for doing this, which I won't go into much here, but that negative talk is very strong. You know, uh, got imposter syndrome going on because what do I know? I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't. Uh, I'm, I'm trying to piece it together, and when I'm done with this video, I can't check it. I have to go and get someone else to go, that looks good. No, I don't. I take a lot on faith, and for me, there's a lot of preparation and planning to get something even moderately reasonable. And I have to take it on faith that I did a good job. So it this book is kind of showing me that, one, it's there, and the different levels of negativity and positivity, and some of the languages and tactics to go about changing that. And we've all experienced this where it's very difficult to change, and that that self-talk, the flavor of it, where it goes, it too is quite difficult to change. It's an internal resistance because we are very used to thinking that way, and that is what I'm trying to combat. All these negative influences in my life have put me where I am now, and I am not particularly satisfied with it. And I'm being quite sarcastic. I want much better. I feel that we all deserve better, and it's about how much effort, how much work are you willing to put into it? How much do you want it? And how much do you believe you can get it? And all this stuff plays into how easy it is, one, to kick that negative stuff. And then two, the most important thing, sticking with it, combating it, riding out those lows when no matter what you do, it's there, and you got to just accept it, take the feelings in, but not keep them. You push them away and you say, that was the old me. I got a new me. So I'm kind of in this self improvement, personal growth kick. Um, I've been at it for many weeks now, and the the fruit of it is I'm in front of this camera, uh, doing something that, for the most part, I feel kind of ridiculous doing, but it's a path. I'm on search to become an entrepreneur, and I don't want to say self-driving, but having a much stronger influence in where my life goes and how I shape it. I want to be the primary architect of what I live and do in the lifestyle and the people in it and the people I affect. And it starts with believing in yourself, dealing with the negative self talk, and stepping out of that comfort zone and embracing the fear and realize that courage is just one little step further. Experiencing the courage, but continuing on. Or, sorry, experiencing the fear, but continuing. That's what courage is to me. Um, I always feel the jitters for this. I can't see the camera, but I know it's there. I'm a head case. So that is what I'm getting out of this book so far. I'm only a couple of hours into it. It's interesting read, a bit repetitive in places, but I feel that way about most authors. They write something they think is really catchy, and you find it in 5 of the 10 chapters, and it's like, all right, I got it the first 3 times. Thank you. Um, but overall, it's a good book, and what flaws are there are easily overlooked because the information itself, I think, has value. If we can get from I cannot to I think I can to I am, I do, those kind of transitions really makes the difference. Over time, changing from this negative bias, always looking for what's going to go wrong, to looking what might go right, what is going right. We have that confirmation bias. No matter what we look for, we will find it. And where our thoughts lay is where we go. It's where it's that adage where your toes point, that's where you go. And as a blind person, that's very important. I am very cognizant of where my toes are pointing. Otherwise, I will go in some very interesting adventures. So, anyways, I've been chattering on for a while, and I think we'll leave it there. Again, that book is What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. Check it out, and on to day 3.